Hello from Kids to College. Today we will be making our own homemade ice cream. You're going to need a few simple ingredients. First, we have 6 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 cup of cream, and roughly enough ice cubes that fill an ice tray. We're also going to need 2 additional sandwich bags for this. We're going to first start by taking 1 empty bag, and we are going to add our ice to it. We want to fill it up most of the way. So this may take roughly half of the ice tray to put in. And I just want you to know while we're doing this that we miss you very, very much, and we miss seeing you daily. But we hope that you have fun and still get to enjoy some great experiments at home, even though we can't be together right now. Okay, so we've got our bag almost filled all the way with ice. So that looks about right. We're going to fill it a little more, about halfway. Okay, now we are going to take our 6 tablespoons of salt. And when you receive your kit, it's hard to see in the video, but it is labeled so that you will know which ingredient you're receiving. So we're going to very carefully pour this into our ice. And this is going to help activate breaking down the ice, because that's one of the biggest parts of getting it to turn into ice cream. So we're done with that, and we're going to put the bag aside. Next, we're going to pour our milk, 1 cup of milk, into our bag. Okay, and right now it's looking like this. We've got some popping sounds going on, so that means that the science is working. We're going to put that aside. Next, we're going to add our 1 tablespoon of sugar, and we're just going to very carefully pour that in as well. Okay. And so it's up to you what flavor you would like this to be. A lot of people use vanilla extract, but there's all sorts of different flavors that you can get at the dollar store as well for flavoring. So for today, it's going to be up to you what flavor this ice cream is, but it will be sweet either way due to the sugar that we put in. So now we are going to close our bag, and we want to make sure that it is closed very, very tightly, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to start moving it around, and see how some of it just squirted out? So we want to make sure it's nice and tight. And then we're going to begin shaking very vigorously. Now the salt will start activating, and it will start melting the ice. It's kind of like during the wintertime when it snows and everyone goes out on the roads and all of the sand and salt trucks are out there putting salt down to help melt the ice. It's a very similar chemical reaction. However, we're using salt that you can actually eat. So you're going to be shaking for quite a while because you want to get it all broken down. And remember that these experiments aren't foolproof. Sometimes they don't always come out the best. That's why we call them experiments. So you will get enough supplies that you'll be able to give it another try if this first one doesn't come out the way that you would like it to. Another experience I've had while doing this, and as you can see, it's starting to get more liquidy. The ice is melting. If you find that your ice is not melted after about 5 minutes of shaking it like this, then you can add a little more salt to help that process continue and break down. So we're going to keep shaking it and shaking. And during this time, you can be thinking of what flavor you want it to be. You could even add food coloring if you wanted to have it be a different color. You could add fresh fruit to it if you would like, instead of using artificial flavoring. So we're going to keep shaking, and your hands are going to get really cold. And you see that I'm holding on really tightly to the top where it closes, just so that way you don't have all this stuff flying everywhere. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. So almost all of my ice cubes are melting down. Almost. But I think that I need to add just a little more salt. So you'll definitely have enough salt that you'll be able to do this. So we're just going to take about 1 more tablespoon and fill our tablespoon. And if you don't have an actual tablespoon, you can use a big spoon. So instead of a little spoon that you would eat with, you could use a big one. So I'm going to go ahead and just add that in. And because I added a little more salt, I also want to add just a little more sugar to make sure it's going to be nice and sweet. So I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of sugar and drop that in. Now, once again, we're going to make sure that this is closed nice and tightly. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that did it. Oh, I feel it. It's happening. So while we're doing this, I want you to start thinking about some of the awesome things that are going to be happening during the summertime, because hopefully we'll get to have summer camp. And if not, maybe we could do summer camp this way as well. This upcoming week, we're also going to dissolve the shell on an egg and make it turn naked by just using vinegar. And that's something that's going to happen over the course of a couple of days. We are also going to be building high towers using cups and paper and things of that nature. So, ooh, we're getting real liquidy here. Okay, let's see. Oh, almost. I feel it. And so if you find that while this is happening as well, that it's a little more liquidy than you would like your ice cream to be, you can do one of two things. You can add some more ice cubes and continue shaking, or you can put it in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes, and that will help get it nice and slushy. So mine has completely dissolved, and as you see, we have this nice white liquidy concoction, and that is our ice cream. And so since it's a little more watery than I would like it to be, I'm going to put it in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes, and it should thicken up on its own. So you can watch this video at any time, and I would love if you would comment on the YouTube channel, submit photos of things that you're making, and look forward to tomorrow's video that will be coming up. We miss you very much from Kids to College, and we hope that you love your ice cream.